したい控える今宵はダスイツナイゆらゆらふらついてガクガク骨が折れるまでそう死ぬまで踊ろうよ緩みの出てどうしたのよみがえる死者たちの歌と上がることなんかないさ君たちだっていつかは同じリビングで踊りましょういかがですか僕らのこの姿は I'm no life そこのようなものじゃないでも楽しいことしたいマジック目覚めてきた君たちのおかげかな You let me あそよなよなと今宵はダスイトゥナイグラグラグラついてルラルラすべて枯れるまでそう死ぬまで踊ろうよ緩みの出てどうしよう心弾んで足折れてくるるのみそ揺れてくるとんでもなく愉快みんなリビンで踊りましょうゆらゆらふらついてガクガク週末の日まで踊りましょう緩みの出てどうですかよみがえる死者たちの歌を気に召したなら嬉しいけど心臓はないの心はあるけどみんな生きてない死んでもいないそリビンでずっとずっと
Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing today? Today is the COD Next event that actually just passed about an hour or so ago. I do apologize for not being able to stream a bit of the be able to react to the COD Next live. As y'all know, I have morning class this semester. I unfortunately have morning classes, and today it just unfortunately the timing of Connex it just interfered with my class, which class is more important. Classes are more important than this, so I had to unfortunately gonna be reacting to this late. So it's gonna be I'm kind of excited. And yes, as you all know, down below in the titles, I have pre-ordered the game, and people are going to be pissed off about it. Some of my fans may be pissed off about it because, well, it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty sucks dick now and shit like that. And I get it. Hate all Call of Duty now for whatever reason. Like, I don't care. I don't like if you don't like Call of Duty anymore, that's fine. Just don't. That's fine. You don't have to like Call of Duty anymore. I'll still keep playing it just because, well, it's Call of Duty. I mean, people are gonna say, well, you're gonna be wasting your money and such. I mean, there's not. I mean, the thing is, like, yes, Black Ops 6 is here. What is going on? Black Ops 6. What am I saying? Battlefield 6 is here, but like Battlefield 6 is going to be around the corner and such, not too long. So I'm just like, to me, in my personal opinion, I just don't care. I mean, with Battlefield, I would like to buy that game, but I prioritize this game just because, just because it's Call of Duty, and even though people may not like what the direction of Call of Duty is going down to, I'm just gonna, I don't care. I'm gonna be personally looking at the game and not just reacting to what the developers have done and such. And like, I mean, obviously I've kind of seen a clip of the trailer that Battlefield 6 did put out of like they're trying to trash Call of Duty and all this shit like that. I don't care. To me, personally, I don't care. Like, yeah, I'm gonna probably have less friends that I'll probably gonna have friends that won't play this Call of Duty. I mean, it's probably gonna be like the Vanguard season, but a little worse than Vanguard season. But I just don't care. I'm strong in my values that I'm gonna still take a look at I'm still gonna be playing Call of Duty, and if it sucks, then y'all know what I'm gonna be doing. What am I gonna be doing? In terms of Call of Duty, just take so many breaks from Call of Duty and all this stuff. Anyways, enough of that rambling. Gotta get started. Now there were some awards of like this game. Unfortunately, I didn't realize they had rewards, or if you watch this on Twitch, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have the game, so yeah, I just don't care. Anyways, let's get started. As I skip the countdowns and such.
They know we're here. Go out.
Oh, interesting. You could do that as an execution. That's kind of neat. Interesting on the wall jumping. Is that a new version of RC? Interesting. Well, you don't see. Ooh.
Good work.
I completely forgot. Completely forgot my webcam was on. Go back. So we're going to the modern version of the countdown. But the movie's still gonna be there, except for that. That's gonna be obviously new. Interesting execution there. It's gonna be interesting on how that's gonna be implemented. Competitive. So we'll see. Oh yeah, chat. I also heard that, according to Trey, like this is what they wanted. Actually, they wanted back-to-back Call of Duties, from Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, which interesting, but I don't understand that moment. I don't understand that tactic, that marketing tactic, but whatever.
Good work.
So we got that. Okay. Ooh. A cluster. Well, I guess that'll be the dreadnought or the ultimate. Oh, it's gonna be similar to Target Finder. Kill streak. I guess I'll be the kill streak. Overclock. Huh.
Almost there. We're securing it.
I know they already advertised that, but the build code, they should have done that multiple. They should have done that many years ago, but hey, at least we got it.
Objective.
Guess he knows might be RCs. Ooh.
Leads ours. Stay on task.
Well, we got the similar shoddy, like similar animation, shotgun animation.
Focus on the future, never on right now.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
So we got October 2nd to 5th, which is gonna be this. Weekend. I'm gonna try, since I got early access. I'm gonna try to play some. Oh, it's from Thursday to Wednesday. That's interesting. Peacekeeper is interesting. I'm curious about how the gameplay is. That's what I'm curious. I was going throughout the whole 7 days. That's interesting. Usually it's from first weekend, second weekend, but I guess people, they think that, well, let's see how it's gonna go within 1 week. I don't know how I like this, because according to my calendar, it's from October 7th to 5th, which is Thursday to Sunday, and then October 5th to 8th is from Sunday to Wednesday. That's a very strange beta access schedule, but I mean, we'll see how that'll work.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Scar, Homestead, Blackheart, Den, Colossus, Ocean, Flagship, Mission Tide. Kind of looks like the map from like Yemen. Mission Edge, Retrieval. 18 multiplayer launch maps. That's a shit ton. Holy hell. Well, at least in this situation, 18, I mean, it's all, I mean, there's three, I mean, you got Raid, Express, Hijacked. There's at least 3 remastered maps, but there's no excuse for the pros being able to try all of these maps. There's no reason to not try them out. But then Colossus, Toshin, Flagship, Tide, Retrieval, Paranoia, Forge, Exposure, Mission Edge, Cortex. Interesting.
Legion on station. Weapons free. Legion inbound.
Huh. Oh. Neat. Neato. A swarm.
We'll dive into 250 of your favorite. Welcome to Call of Duty Next. 250 of your favorite creators and press have arrived to reveal live Black Ops 7 gameplay and more. Today, we'll dive into 6 all-new beta maps and show you what's coming to Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Starting with Blackheart. The Forge.
Blackheart, the Forge.
Toshin. Exposure. Imprint. Cortex. We'll peel back the curtain on zombies with our first live look at the new round-based zombies map, Ashes of the Damned. we'll drop in to a first look at a new Warzone Resurgence map.
Warzone. I don't give a
We've got
shit.
big updates for Call of Duty Mobile.
Really?
And plenty of
The
more
Connect?
surprises in store.
That kind of makes sense. It's Call of Duty, so.
We're moments away from kicking off into live gameplay, but first, some exciting info for our viewers at home. Be sure to stay tuned in throughout the day for a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Black Ops 7.
That's already
Just by
passed, so I
watching
don't
this
care.
stream on the official Call of Duty Twitch and YouTube channels. Take a look at the chat on either of these streams for more details. Everything on data. Senior Director of Studio Communications, and we are thrilled to be joined by some of the team from Treyarch. Max Grant, Yale Miller, guys, welcome to the Omni Room.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
We are about to see Black Ops 7 gameplay here today. But before we begin, Matt, you got to walk us through what was your approach to designing multiplayer for Black Ops 7?
Well, that would take many hours to really talk through.
Long answer, but
I'll keep it brief. So I really started with that 2035 setting, right? The amazing 2035 setting really allowed the team to get their creative juices flowing. Of course, 10 years after the...
Which, by the way, Chad, I just got back. I had to get my SCUF controller repaired. This is the 4th time I had to send something back to SCUF. Their quality is a little sus, but they did give me a brand new controller. Well, technically, looks like it's been quite a bit used, but anyways.
The events of Black Ops 2,
right,
which means we can really tap into that gold mine that is Black Ops 2, the content. You're going to see a lot of your classic favorites, of course, a ton of brand new content in the beta at COD Next and at launch, but really being able to just dig into that future setting, a lot of fun.
Now, Yale, we introduced Omni Movement in Black Ops 6, and that was a massive innovation, but you guys at Treyarch have really continued to refine core movement. What can players expect to feel today and in the beta?
I think, as Matt said, we really started by looking at what would that 2035 operator do. It started looking at different ways we could improve movement. So things like wall jump have been added, and just different ways to attack maps. And then also just looking at everything and really refining and building out the most fluid movement we've ever done. And we really feel that leans into
fluid. I hope that
it's
I cannot
it's
wait,
responsive.
guys. It's now time to jump straight into gameplay. We're wasting no time whatsoever. Thank you so much again, fellas, for your time. We'll be back in a moment, but for now, the first look, live gameplay of Black Ops 7 here at COD Next. Take it away, casters.
Stephanie, dev team, wow, we could not be more thrilled to get things going. I hold shift here with Dream Crazy. Here's a look at what to expect. Again, as the dev's talking about, we're getting straight into multiplayer. Zombies, Warzone, #1.
See a lot of coming. Definitely. I mean, I cannot wait, Shift, as we have so much content here today. Map #1 coming in on Blackheart, where the guild is extracting resources, and we see a lot of revolving walls.
Yeah.
That is the one thing with Black Ops 7 that I'm most excited for, is that duality of, of just kind of like interior fights versus exterior fights with the wall jumping with the walls.
You want to talk about walls, Ellen? Take a look at the walls of the venue. Everything lit up, projections are
We got the king, the skunk, Skunky.
The king. If you don't know, I was going to say you're about to know, but Scump, not the greatest of opening starts. Now, let's talk about weapons and all the UI elements just to kind of start. Blackheart, a map that you're going to be seeing a lot of quick, frenetic action, but the thing that we want to keep an eye out for is what weapons, what field upgrades, what are the things that these, pro players, former pro players, major content creators are going to be using today.
Yep,
I'll say the UI kind of looks neat, I'll say. Is it not? Is it everyone's favorite? No, but it kind of looks neat. In terms of 2035 look.
Obviously, as you can see, Scump, he is slaying out of his mind, but this is an exciting one to see as the
Ravek 45.
We're going to see a lot, probably tech mask, right? Just kind of just utilizing the stopping stuns.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, to see, for those that are avid fans of the Call of Duty franchise, you hear the devs talking about how this is a spiritual successor to Black Ops 2, but it's in a reinvented, new, nostalgic way that ties into the old while still building on the new. I think, for those that really enjoyed Omni Movement from Black Ops 6, you're going to be able to still feel that thrill, that surge of adrenaline kind of bouncing through the map, but the big thing is this jumping mechanic. And as we start to go from player to player, creator to creator, you're you're going to see some players have really honed in to what exactly they can do off that wall jumping. And of course, here at Call of Duty Next, our official CPU and GPU partner of Black
If we
Ops
have
7 is
snipers back, I'm
AMD.
guessing
Make sure you
this.
check them out if you're
Ooh,
looking
that's
to
nice
improve
shots.
and optimize your PC at home.
I love that you point that out because yes, that's the base thing, right? We increased the base speed and now we're looking at not having tack sprint. So we saw some of these players, right? They're not using dexterity, so you kind of see a little bit more clunkiness coming in.
Well, we got the M8s
dexterity
back,
being a
so
very big factor when it comes to moving faster.
Yeah, loadouts, perk buildouts. It does feel like this year throws a little bit more weight onto what you're going to do. I know that there's been a lot of conversation surrounding some of the elements in movement, talking about obviously the Omni movement still carrying over from one title to another, the wall jumping, but also keep in mind just the base level at which you sprint at. We'll talk more about that throughout the day, and we'll get a couple of in-hand looks to kind of see what that looks like, the tack sprint versus not really having that in this game.
Well, they did bring some back, some Black Ops, some Cold War elements in the game, so like the health on the top, that's kind of neat.
The M8A1, a gun that we have seen consistent. I was getting murked with this one as it is at Symphony's using it quite well, a 2-burst weapon, but this being very, very powerful. We'll see a lot of players probably using this, and as you can see, Corsair, right? Prepare for battle, official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. So Corsair, so much Call of Duty Next.
It's absolutely the case. And I will say the Peacekeeper, another weapon that a lot of people were curious to see in terms of that kind of more main style AR. Is it going to provide, you know, an AR title this year? And I will say, watching some of the players that are in the CDL and those long-standing content creators with a bit of competitive experience or just a lot of experience, curious to see in terms of that kind of
I bet she doesn't have the perk, or she's just probably not going to give a shit about the tax sprint. She probably doesn't have the perk for it. But it's going to be interesting on how this works, how this shit's going to work in terms of perk system, where you have to have a perk in order to use tax sprint and shit like that.
With the draft that you're talking about, the SMG versus AR feels very neutral right now. So, well, if you're looking for an honest take, don't go much further than the Legion stream. He'll give you every emotion, reaction, and feeling he's got.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, reaction time, right? You have to be fast when it comes to some of these. I love the perks, right? The
Whereas
hybrid perks,
45K.
the specialties that you can equip. As we saw Legion using that. But look at Aiden utilizing, diving around the drill for Blackheart. That's
Oh yeah, tax sprint. Okay, so you have to have a perk.
You have to jump over or a diving bell to take flanks, right? So that's an area that you have to be careful with.
Exactly the case. EWC champion in Warzone. But as you see it, again, you saw him bouncing from wall to wall to wall. You're going to need to get yourself a level up on the opponents that you're going to be facing in the beta. So go ahead and head over to
What the hell was that dude doing?
Controller for Call of Duty. Get those back buttons going. Make sure you can bounce freely. Get those stead slides out of the way and make sure that you're moving like the best of them.
Moving like the best of us. Oh, the best. You don't want to die like the rest. Aiden utilizing that wall jump feature. Oh gosh, bounce. And even utilize that to even kind of like jump pink over situations. But look at how quick Aiden is moving.
I will say this, chat, just to be a little. I have a feeling the sniper's coming back. I would hope so, but if the pros are not being bitches, hopefully. I will say this: if I was a casual looking at this, I'd be pissed off because, you know, I love movement, personally. I love movement no matter what. But I do see it from a perspective from people who are older at the moment. And if they see this shit, that why is there so much movement? What happened to, you know, just kind of, you know, being laid back and such, you know, simplest movement and shit like that? I'd be pissed off if I saw this, for sure. I'd be pissed off if I wasn't playing casual, if I wasn't a casual competitive or competitive player, I'd be pissed off if I was seeing that around the lobby because, well, why? Well, what's the point of doing all of this? Like people just want to lay back, shoot, and shit like that. Well, I mean, it's unfortunate. To me, I don't know. I just feel like people are definitely going to be like, even I have some friends who are even preparing themselves from playing Battlefield 2042, like going back to the shittiest Battlefield game ever. They're going back to it, so it's like they're definitely preparing themselves to play Battlefield 6, which I respect for my friends who are going to be playing that instead of Black Ops 7, which it doesn't hurt me personally. I mean, well, it hurts me in a way where I'm not going to be able to play with my friends since they're going to get pissed since they rather play Battlefield 6 or whatever game than something that I love playing, which is Call of Duty. But I'm just gonna see what happens, and I'm just gonna see how my friends are gonna react to it when the open beta comes out. Because right now, I'll be getting in the game early, I'll be playing the beta early, and then the rest of my friends will probably either they'll play the game or they'll play the beta or not. So it's gonna be interesting what happens. I'm hoping that my friends, my friends who might not get the game, give it at least a try. Give it a try, because you may never know. They may have the fun at the game or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to come down to what happens when the game officially comes out, and then there's so many cheats happening. And there's going to be a lot of cheaters and shit like that. We'll see what happens, but...
And in typical COD fashion, we love to see maps like this kind of catering to pub and comp players, right?
Yeah.
You're going to see a blend of everything.
And we're going to talk a lot about the map design and hear specifically from the designers themselves later in the show. But I think one of the things that old school Call of Duty players are going to recognize nearly immediately is the reinstitution of a lot more of that traditional kind of 3-lane style map. This one in particular is exactly that.
I don't know about
three
lane, but we'll see.
Lane to lane very quickly. It's got a nice central area, a couple of decent POIs where you find a lot of the engagements that you're going to get. And like you mentioned, it's not small, it's not large, it's just that perfect little middle ground of building in that balance of finding good engagements while at the same time still being able to feel like you can finesse your life and extend possible score streaks like we're seeing here for Anna.
In Call of Duty history, the maps is the most important thing, and I think for these players, they're looking at that. Like, do we see 3 lanes? Like, you know, do we see kind of like height advantages?
I mean, we've said it before. Maps is very important for a game. If the maps are shit, no one's gonna have fun.
And yeah, something like the Peacekeeper, having that weapon that you can take medium to long range.
Hey, chat, I also saw I saw a VTuber, actually a Japanese VTuber that actually was at COD Next. I'm surprised on what they. I wonder like how they managed to cover their identity. Like I'm pretty sure they put them in a separate room with like the VTuber setting the VTuber settings and such. So it's gonna be interesting what happens. Hey, Nemesis is back. The Nemesis kill is actually something I like to see. But hey, at least they brought back.
In this world of okay, you kind of fall out of the sky, but that's map number 1 for the most part. Stephanie going to kind of finish off on her lobby here. And I will say, I think as you've seen so far, our show is really dynamic. And this year, it takes place in quite the exciting venue. And to tell us more, we've got Lottie down on the floor.
That's right, Shift. We have 250 creators joining us live in Las Vegas in this
250
massive
creators.
projection-based room. Now, of course, they're going to be streaming their individual POVs on Black Ops 7, so you can go to their streams, catch their POVs, see what they're up to on the game. But now we had so many epic creators that we wanted to bring to Las Vegas. We needed a second projection-based room, and I have my very good friend Chris Puckett over there right now. What's it like on your end of the pond?
Lottie, this is an international fiesta in this room. Let me tell you. The LATAM crew, they are sniping heads. I got Portuguese being yelled at here by 9X. The Brazilians are going crazy. But I gotta say, this venue, this thing is nuts. After the show, we're gonna be renting this out for the Code Bowl because everyone knows the Call of Duty Endowment Bowl number 6 presented by USAA is airing right after this show.
You know what, Chris, I love Code Bowl, and I've got to say, you guys at home, you're lucky.
Code Bowl, I don't give a fuck.
Their tech chest.
I heard that. I'm hearing. I'm actually hearing. I mean, it's actually happening right now. The Code Bowl is happening at the moment. So, anyone wants to check that out? Well, be my guess. It's a Warzone thing. So.
He's feeling himself. I talked to him a little bit yesterday after they did their tech chest, and he's just like, brother, I don't know what it is about this game, but I feel like I'm him.
Yeah, like it's so smooth, right? And I mean, you can see him displaying that. But one thing that I think we really need to highlight is the overclock feature, right? We get this extra overclock feature, which basically allows you to upgrade your equipment. So like you have a stim shot, right? You can overclock that and essentially make it last longer or debuff, anything that comes.
Skill push, Matt. I like how he says skill-based matchmaking. It might be cancelled. We'll see. We'll see how that'll go.
Upgrade is really interesting this year. We're bringing back things like active camo. Of course, trophy systems are still in place, which I know a lot of players that are looking to play more of that competitive style are going to really enjoy the fact that the overclock gives you more deletion of incoming utility. That's great news. But we'll see some camo play, I'm sure, come through. You also have things like drone towers that are going to be placed. It's just a lot of extra flair that I think that is building upon, again, some of the core successes that we saw for Black Ops 6. And how about this? One of the score
I
streaks,
saw
the
this.
Gravekeeper in play, or Gravemaker, pardon you. You could see through walls with this thing and actually still shoot through them. So cold-blooded.
That's going to be very... That is also going to be probably G8. I just don't see how... Like, for casuals, it looks fun. But in terms of competitive-wise, it ain't going to work. It just... I have a thing when... If anything gives... if anything is like a wall hack type bullshit, it's going to get G8. So that sniper's always going to be G8. Unless if they find a way to get rid of that thing, it's going to be a no for that sniper. But I have seen that sniper. It actually kind of reminds me of the this sniper. This sniper reminds me. That's a
Black Ops 6.
what?
And how about this?
That's an LR762. Oh, it's a link. They're using a lynx. That sniper definitely reminds me of the way it functions. It reminds me of that one Black Ops 2 campaign sniper. Where you charge it up and then it penetrates through walls.
One of the score streaks, the Gravekeeper in play, or Gravemaker, pardon you. You could see through walls with this thing. Gravekeeper in play, or Gravemaker, pardon you. You can see through walls with this thing and actually still shoot through them. So cold-blooded might be important for some of our perk masteries this year.
Wait.
The Gravekeeper in play.
Oh, that's a. Oh, it's a. Oh, it's a.
See through walls with this thing.
Oh, it's a score. Oh, it's a score streak. Okay, never mind. I thought it was an actual weapon you can use in a loadout, but it's a score streak, so I don't care. That type of score streak is gonna get G8 anyway.
Really here at Call of Duty Next. Big Cartier kind of just going around this drill yet again. This is devastating. You don't want to.
Like, I'm speaking on the casual competitive side. What I don't want to see from competitive players is GAing the base game, the base weapons immediately. Try it out for a month, and just see what happens. If it's good, balanced, okay, keep it in. If it's overpowered, then don't keep it in. But it needs to be. I feel like I feel like the league needs to say on this. It can't be the pros anymore. They just too pushy. They just GA everything, and it's such a pussy thing to do. Because like, there's no fun in this. There's no fun in having a 2-weapon meta. It just doesn't. It makes the. As someone who has done the 2-weapon meta for 4 years, it's boring. That's why for the past 3 times now. Since Modern Warfare 2022, I've been, mostly been using other weapons that I was allowed. Modern Warfare 3 was a different story. Modern Warfare 3 was a different story just because, well, there was basically one AR that you can use. But Black Ops 6, that's what I like. I've been trying to use a variety of different weapons, and I feel like the pros need to start doing that now because like it's just boring. It's just boring. Like as a person who loves to watch Call of Duty League, it's boring. It's just like it's boring to watch 2-weapon metas. I understand that Counter-Strike has done this before, but it doesn't mean we have to do the same thing. Like, come on, no, we can be different. We can use different weapons. Like Black Ops, how we did in Black Ops 4. In competitive Black Ops 4. We've done it before. Just bring that back. Simple as that.
Fall off that ledge, but Alan, I'd love that you point that out. Only 3 boosts essentially-ish that you can utilize, but still going on with that stim, and slaying out here around the diving bell side.
Clean.
Ooh, can we keep it going? Slaying out here around the diving bell side.
That's not bad.
Ooh, can we keep it
That's
going?
neat.
Let me see another one of
Nice
those Gravemakers
slide.
come on board. Let's
Nice
stick here,
slide.
Ops team, because we're seeing some gameplay right now. And I'll tell you, we're going to see some pop-off moments with the movement and almost a moment right there. Again, just a little jump, and then you find yourself near a wall. You can essentially boost yourself a little bit higher. Really awesome to see that level of elevation be added into the mix.
That's not his dog, but you don't want to pet that dog. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
So, with that,
Obviously, some of that
kind
score
like,
streaks is
some
going to
of the
get
hybrid
GA'd,
Turks, right?
but
Support offensive, you can gain bonus streaks.
or
so
at least give it a
if you wanna
shot
do
at
that.
least.
Indeed the case. So that completes our first instance.
The Guild
of Black Ops
JSON.
Next. A deep dive
Interesting.
on all things new Black Ops 7 map regarding. But we'll be right back. More Call of Duty coming up after the break.
The is war by X7 of the Welcome to the Omni Room.
We made it. Let's go.
Now, we just had our very first look at one of our multiplayer maps in action. That was Blackheart. But Brittany, that's just a taste. So what can we expect on launch maps?
Yeah, we've got maps. We've got 18 maps at launch. 16 are 6v6 maps. Out of that, 13 are brand new. And we've got 3 Black Ops 2 returning favorites. We've also got 2 skirmish maps for our 20v20 mode that take place in Avalon.
Nice.
It's really in a variety of sizes, leaning more medium, but mode that take place in Avalon. Also got 2 skirmish maps for our 20v20 mode that take place in Avalon. It's really in a
20v20,
variety of
and that's going to be
sizes,
fun,
leaning
honestly.
more medium, but we'll have some of
That's going to
those
be fun as a
fast random
casual
drops
player.
in there too.
Get all the
Awesome.
kills.
What a map portfolio for launch. Now let's take a closer look at these launch maps.
Yeah, we got Colossus here. So this is a BO2 callback. It's falling into the ocean. This map is super fun, looks amazing. Next is Den, Japanese castle that's been taken over by 2035 technology. Also a lot of fun with some wall jumps on the roofs there on the side.
And of course, we've got Express, one of our favorites.
Yeah.
Watch out for that train. We're now in.
It's going to be interesting how the movement's going to be
Cool. Hijacked another
for
one now set in the Tokyo
three
Bay.
for the
Fast,
3
frenetic,
Black
classic.
Ops 2 maps.
And
Homestead.
Homestead is David Mason's childhood home, which is awesome. We could bring it back. Really cool
Oh.
way. Really fun map
Okay.
under the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. It looks amazing. It's got some technology there that's kind of smashing into it. Really fun. Paranoia. This map's amazing. You talk about Black Ops. We're
Paranoia.
leaning into the mind bending. We're in David Mason's mind, and you need to escape the nightmare here, which is a lot of fun. Looks great. Plays super
I
frenetic
mean,
and
we'll
fun.
see how it
We
goes
got Raid.
in
It's
competitive.
beautiful now.
Yes, we
In
do.
the Tokyo Hills, our iconic competitive favorite map is back.
Obviously, those 2 maps are going to be coming back. Express and Raid. I'm pretty sure they're going to probably put that in competitive. We'll see though. I just want to have new maps and not returning maps. Obviously.
So excited.
This one's a lot of fun.
Retrieval.
Retrieval. You're in the Alaskan wilderness, and actually, if you run through the snow, you leave behind footprints. So it's pretty cool to try to
I mean,
track some
that's
players through that.
That's
That's
nothing.
right. Scar's next, and this is another Alaskan town, but we've kind of smashed here where this town's been taken over by technology. Collateral damage.
Flagship.
Flagship is an awesome, another callback. USS Obama from BO2 now being decommissioned. Fight through it. Sparks are falling on you. Robots around you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of variety too, but with beta this week, you know, we need to take a look at what we're playing. We need the tips from you guys. So let's take a look at the maps coming to beta.
Yeah, we've got
Blackheart,
6
Cortex,
multiplayer maps
Imprint,
available
Exposure, The
in
Forge,
beta, all that you're
Tosha.
going to be seeing today, watching the best of the best play.
Okay.
That's really
I mean, it's
exciting.
not
First
much,
up
but
is
it's still
Cortex. So,
decent enough.
Human testing site. People in tubes are going to fight around, use it as cover. Very frenetic, very fun. Lots of cool Overwatches, my side versus your side gameplay there. Blackheart, which you've seen, of course, this Avalon offshore oil rig. Ties to the campaign. It's got a rotating center. and some
Blackheart looks
really
like one of the
unique
Black
wall
Ops 4
jump
maps in terms of design.
opportunities.
Careful
We've
with the
got
wall
the
jump.
Forge here. We've R&D facility,
Forge.
cutting edge technology on display, and you've got some cool dynamic cover in the middle here.
I wonder how that's
Exposure
going to
set in
work.
Australia, we've got some really vibrant colors, some cool wall jump opportunities up in that rotating
Exposure
container.
kinda
Get
looks
some
like a
cool
good,
power positions right in the
decent
middle.
S&D map. We'll see.
Imprint is a 3D printing facility that's actually making technology of war. You get to step through the whole process of doing it, and it's got a moving platform in the center of the map.
And you've got Toshin. It's gorgeous, vibrant colors here right in urban Tokyo, and you got that crash site in the center, some really cool jumping in the center, and really awesome landmarks.
Pretty awesome landmarks. Everything looks fantastic. The color palettes, everything.
Got all the landmarks.
We've got all the landmarks, and I've played a few, and they are very, very fun indeed. Beautiful stuff. Let's talk about how they play, though. I mean, how did you guys come to, the approach for designing these maps?
Yeah, so we've got our classic 3-lane design style for Treyarch, clear definition, good path clarity, and really controlling those lines of sight. You can also see all of those spaces crafted for wall jump. You can get to traverse places faster without mantling, getting some really cool power
Just wanted
positions.
to make it louder for you guys.
There's a few must jumps that we use sparingly, but
a must jump, you say?
A must jump. But we really wanted to make it look like anything that feels like you can jump on it, you can. So have some fun.
Totally intuitive.
Yeah, and I've worked on every single Black Ops, and when you talk about the classic feel, like Brittany talked about, these maps have it across the board.
Well,
of course,
see
they're
what
bringing
happens.
something new with Black Ops 7, but for me, an
I mean, you got the different. Oh, he's saying that. The one difference, though, the major thing about this is the movement. You're not gonna have that classic Black Ops 2 feel with the movement. It's gonna. The maps may have a good feel, but it's not gonna have a good feel when you have really fast movement. That's the difference between before in terms of map design and now with new movement, with so much fast movement and such. It's going to feel different. So we'll see what happens.
There's a lot to love there. And
with the new movement and then
as well.
three
So
classic
Raid,
maps.
forget Raid. You got some new maps now. No, I'm just kidding. We love Raid. We love Raid. But we got some new ones now.
I also know, you said it before, but the landmarks, like, I know Brittany is a shot caller, so I know those call outs are going to be on point in these
Always.
maps. But Miles, visually,
we'll
we have a ton of variety in terms of settings, in terms of looks. How did you guys think about that?
Yeah, for us at the portfolio level, we wanted to make sure we had that variety. That's what Black Ops is. You're globe trotting, you're going everywhere. We're in Avalon, we're in Alaska, we're going to Japan, deep into it. We're going into the mind. Only the things Black Ops could do, we're delivering that. Lots of unique gameplay, as you saw, lots of unique visuals, and all the landmarks.
And we got more gameplay to get to. Casters, over to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Shift back with Dream Crazy again. And as you see behind us, everyone's locked in. We couldn't even bother to try to talk to anybody. They're all locked into their streams, ready to go. And we're going to take a look at our second map here coming up, The Forge. As you heard, research and design base. But the real interesting thing about it is that dynamic center. The walls rotating around and pivoting, making that a very interesting battleground as we raise up into The Forge.
The Forge, and also, too, 2 wings connected by covered hallways. It's just a lot of variety built on the harbor in Japan, and you'd love to see a bright and colorful map hold shift, but those walls, again, for every single map, it's not too much, right? But just a little, center point where it just can change.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Well, we'll take a look at it.
The
This
classic,
is another one of those maps that
classic
talked about this.
pistol. That's neat.
Taking the ability of wall jumping to stop yourself from mantling and getting to those higher grounds faster. I will say, this is one of the maps that I got a chance to play yesterday, and I did feel the benefit of bouncing off of things to avoid that mantling mechanic and that animation to try to get you into the fight a little bit faster. That mixed with dexterity, your ability to try to zero in and center up a little bit faster too, really does make that elevation and that high ground win and into the fight a little bit faster. That mix with dexterity, your ability to try to zero in and center up a little bit faster too, really does make that elevation and that
that's gonna go.
I would say feasible for those that find themselves on the low ground battling against it.
I love that you say that, because it really just tests the player to, like, kind of, do you want to cover, cover versus mobility type of mindset, right?
Yeah.
Moving around this map, though, you can see here pros just utilizing, again, that M8A1. And for AR players, for these height advantages, for those power positions, it's really useful to climb up in those high ground, and take the high ground and lock it down on the map.
I think the other thing that's really interesting, and I did see kind of looking over the shoulder TP yesterday when he was doing his test, you see a couple of spots where you have like this natural built-in heady, as we call it, where you get like that competitive edge where you're just barely over a piece of that center kind of obstacle terrain. But your ability to bounce kind of eliminates the power position of the low ground, kind of medium ground headies, because you can just bounce up over, get a better look at the player behind that cover, and actually take an advantageous gunfight. So it's, again, just really interesting to see some of our more experienced players try to utilize that mechanic to make fights that feel, inadvantageous a little bit more neutral.
Love that. Love that. Samir, too, utilizing The Scout Pulse. Scout Pulse got a little information there, but hey, shout out to Elgato, Share the Wins, the official creator gear for Call of Duty Next. Thank you so much for supplying us with all of your gear.
And this is one map I will say you kind of see a couple of players will, you know, re-identify the usage of doors, which is something that the devs have really kind of put a lot of focus into, the more automatic style. Something we saw a lot of more in like Black Ops 4, things of that nature, where you don't just get those single doors that you have to pop and close open.
Instead
Now you've
of
got these more
the
automatic
modern
style that you
doors,
can shoot,
the
create a
doors in
longer
Black
line of
Ops.
sight than you may normally expect.
Just the
by looking
doors
at the
itself
different
is
central point
stupid.
of
The
interest.
functional
And
doors is
that's
stupid
another
as
one of those
fuck,
things that, again,
but
you continue to build on what's
but
been
automatic
there
doors,
and where the game
I don't
continues to
mind.
mold and morph as we move
It doesn't
forward.
hurt.
The doors.
Probably just makes it a
that
little
was,
annoying.
That was
though.
quite, you know, annoying bashing through it. So yes, it automatically kind of opening up for you as you walk upon them. But here on the Forge, you're going up top. You see Deus Amir kind of controlling this lobby observation area, but being very comfortable, full streak out, and also just kind of flying around the map with these specialists. We
Yeah,
love to see him. He's utilizing the Enforcer specialist, just allowing extra health regen and also movement speed.
Another thing that, you know, kind of I want to just turn your attention to as an audience member, those that are, you know, more familiar and kind of got Omni movement underneath their belt a little bit faster, you'll notice that there is a bit of that buttery slide movement that I was about to say. Like, we're used to seeing it from just a static jump into slide. You can get that same momentum little boost off of a wall jump. So, you know, that's another opportunity to kind of build on the movement that's already existed. And if you're looking to dominate every game, make sure you check out Origin, the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. Whether you're at home or on the road, check out Origin to keep yourself in there, gaming, grinding, gunning.
You know, he's not even using his streaks. He just wants to, at this point, maybe get a nuke. Deus Amir, you know, he's a competitor, plays in World Series of Warzone, and look at him now, just continuing on, going. And you can see, too, every kill he gets on the right-hand side, quick regen, tech, sprint speed, movement speed, getting those indicators, letting him know he still has his perks.
Yeah, it's just another one of those things, too, that the indication of, like, the UI, it continues to grow. I noticed this yesterday. You know, you start to see, like, the who is targeting you, who did damage to you. A little bit of a boost now because you also see what you've been affected by, whether it's a UAV or a recon pulse. It's just really cool. There's no shortage of information on the game. So whether you're somebody who has experienced a Call of Duty or looking to jump back into it or play it for the first time, you're never really amiss from knowing what's happening on the map. Almost a turn on for Deus Amir, which would have gotten SFG players across the world giddy, but not quite there. And he'll jump back over to the M8, try to get that burst weapon online.
That's where maybe how do you take him down, someone who has Enforcer? Maybe that, and I love that you mentioned that Call of Duty is so good for like countering, you know, streaks, perks, countering equipment, and we love to see that. So maybe utilizing
if you're the enemy team, right? Like maybe recon, right? You can see when how responsive it is from clicking the controller to
utilizing
like
other,
I need to see how
perks,
I need to see what the
classes to
response
counter
time is
a
in
player like
terms
this
of
that you can't
pressing a
just
button
literally
and then the
flying
game
around the map.
registering.
We got a little bit of a
I want to
comeback
see how
effort
that's
here
going to
from
work.
Amir's team. Up and over, another look at how you can utilize the movement to break cameras and give yourself an advantage in a gunfight you might not expect. And Amir's happy to exclaim about that feeling. Difficult battle again in that modular middle center as we take a look at Drop, another partner of Call of Duty Next.
Can we watch someone else?
We'll finish
I
this
guess.
day. Shut your mouth. How much the Miller?
What is your favorite map so far?
Favorite map?
I am
brought to you by Herman Miller.
Thank you so much, Shift. Hello, Zin. I know I am totally interfering with your gameplay here on Black Ops 7. I have to ask you, though, early days, all right, coming into COD Next, I have to ask, what is your favorite map so far?
Favorite map? Probably Toshin. I like the Japanese vibe. I haven't been to Japan yet, so it's the closest thing I got. And so far, it's very, very vibrant. All the maps are very vibrant, which I think is very good. They're a ton of fun. But Toshin, I think, is my favorite right now.
All right, love to hear that. Now, we have a room filled with epic creators, of course, one being yourself. But if you had to 1v1 everyone in this room, are you coming out on top?
Who would I play, or
would you come out on top if you 1v1 everyone in this room?
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Hex might be difficult, Duke Dennis might be difficult, but everyone else I think I can handle.
All right, and who would your hardest competition be in this room?
Hardest competition in this room? Probably Hitch. Right.
Really? He's got the gunny like that?
Probably Hitch.
That's not a friendship thing.
Sorry?
That's not a friendship thing, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, not at all. And how?
Really good.
You're just really good. I'd love to hear that. How are you finding Black Ops 7 so far? Are you loving it?
Yeah, I am loving it. I'm not sure what we're allowed to say, but they showed us a lot of cool stuff that I think everyone should be really excited for. Like for me, maps is the most important, and so far I'm loving what I'm seeing. The M8's a ton of fun to use, right? Very nostalgic, and I feel like it's actually very well balanced. SMGs are fun. I love the wall bounce too. It adds for some, playing against Shotzi might be a little difficult, but it's fun.
Zin, thank you so much. You're such a good sport. Back to the game, back to the lab. Thank you very much, Zin. That has been your From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
At least she's talking to one of the former pro players, so
right there. But it does look like they're enjoying the game. I will say again, talking to players of all sorts of kinds, they are really loving it. And by the way, every single player here at COD Next are currently sitting, or should I say lounging, in Herman Miller chairs. Herman Miller is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty Next.
But
is really hard. If you cannot, and that's still extreme, which is really hard. The whole
game. I'm here with Pablo, senior game designer here at Treyarch. So we're going to be talking about weapons today. I don't know where we even start. What have you got in store this year for us with Black Ops 7?
The big focus for us this year is just weapon variety. Most of them are brand new to the franchise, which is really exciting. And we've been able to pack a ton of unique gameplay into our launch portfolio because of that. I think like one great example would be a new shotgun. It's called the M10 Breacher. It's a pump action, but it's got a twist. If you hold down the trigger, you'll charge it up, reduce its spread, and then can fire and release and land some of those mid-range shots with a little bit of accuracy. And then obviously heard a lot about classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning. Peacekeeper and M8A1, I think, are two great examples of our weapon goals. The Peacekeeper blurs the lines between AR and SMG, and the M8A1 obviously has its 4-round burst. It's still extremely lethal, I will say. And now with Gunsmith, you can kind of build it in different ways too, which is really exciting.
It sounds like there is a lot of variety, and variety seems to be this word that we keep coming back to with Black Ops 7.
Variety is a big focus for us, and the 2035 setting has really helped us kind of push the gameplay in a lot of creative and unique ways. And obviously the weapons look amazing as well. The aesthetic is really this cool marriage of sleek and tech, but still grounded. The way we balance weapons, we've been able to kind of push the characteristics of each weapon to further extremes and still find creative ways to balance that, keep them in check.
Can we talk about
those weapons will be balanced in a way, but we'll see.
That they want more build variety. And we're targeting that in a few different ways. At the core, though, we're making sure that you can modify some of the key stats that people really care about across multiple attachment slots. Or if you are more interested in just a good balanced build, there's going to be different ways of achieving that.
That's the game now. What can we expect post-launch?
We want to keep this momentum going into post-launch. So on the weapons front, more iconic, classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning, but a lot of attention into bringing more brand new weapons to the franchise as well. On the attachment side, we're really excited. Just a good across that you can modify some of the key stats that people really care about across multiple attachment slots. Or if you are more interested in just a good balanced build, there's going to be different ways of achieving that.
That's the game now. What can we expect post-launch?
We want to keep this momentum going into post-launch. So on the weapons front, more iconic, classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning, but a lot of attention into bringing more brand new weapons to the franchise as well. On the attachment side, we're really excited for the return of attachment rewards and weekly challenges. And most of those are going to be for a specific weapon. They're going to totally change the way you play with that weapon, sometimes in absolutely wild ways that no one I think will expect. But then we're also making sure to bring global attachments each season that are going to be able to go on most, if not all, weapons in the game.
Pablo, there seems to be a lot to get through once we get our hands on BO7. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, let's dive in.
Can't wait. But for now, it's back to Next. Thank you, Miles. That was Pablo Ortiz talking weapons. As we just saw, there are so many ways to customize your playstyle in Black Ops 7. We're back with Matt and Yale, but guys, hold on. We've talked weapons, but let's take a look for ourselves.
Pablo already walked us through some of these weapons, but Yale, we're in the armory now. What are you most looking forward to playing with in the beta?
There's so many great guns, but
For
me, probably the drawback
to playing with in the beta.
What? Point turret needle drone. Oh boy. Cluster, and then we got impact. I do hope they still keep the. I do hope they return the Semtex, but we'll see what happens.
There's so many great guns, but for me, probably the Dravik 45.
That's mine. That's my pick.
We had a bunch of pros out, and they all played, and they definitely gravitated towards that. That's
my pick.
We had a bunch of pros out, and they all played. And
I mean, how many pro? A bunch of pros. Do you mean like only 5 or 10? Because if you want a pro's like opinion, bring out 50 at least. That's what I would like to see. Here, so got some tacticals. Stun EMPs. Yay, finally. EMPs would be neat. Flashbang, pinpoint, stim. I hate the fucking bullshit, but whatever. Hunterbot, a psych grenade. What the fuck is that? Hunterbot, I have no idea what the hell that is. I do hope we could use smokes again, but if the pros are not being bitches, we'll see. And a shock charge, not surprised. Pox alarm. We'll see what
they definitely gravitated towards that one.
Yeah.
And it kind of validated one of my favorite weapons. The M10 Breacher is awesome if you're rolling shotguns. Also just the weapon prestige system, all the attachment stuff that we're doing, prestige attachments, just so many ways to customize. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of what's coming to beta, Matt, let's talk about Overclock. This is a massive innovation coming to multiplayer in Black Ops 7. How's it all going to work?
The hell's that?
So overclocks we're very excited about, and it really all came back to how do we let players tailor towards their playstyle a bit more, give them more agency. So with overclocks, every piece of content throughout lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, and score streaks, you will eventually unlock 2 overclocks. Those are modifications to those things, which you can then apply one of those overclocks of your choosing. It adds a ton of depth to your loadout, and that's what we're really trying to do in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses, getting those bonuses.
Bonuses,
on
yeah, stat bonuses,
customization.
functionality changes. Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses.
I think the overclock system, I'm hoping, I'm hoping that the pros try the overclock system out. If they don't, and they just GA it, they're a bunch of bitches. Just saying. As a casual competitive player myself, I want them to try the goddamn system. Please, pros, try it out first before you say, oh, GA.
Getting those bonuses.
Bonuses,
on
yeah, stat bonuses, functionality changes in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses, getting those bonuses.
Bonuses,
on
yes. Out, and that's
I
what
saw
we're
something
really
else.
trying to do in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses.
Assault pack. Oh wait, field upgrades. Assault pack. Drone pod. The hell? Active camo. I mean, it's kind of what Black Ops 2 had before, but it's gonna be interesting how it's implemented. Echo unit. Squad link. I'm guessing this is spawn point. I'm not sure what that's gonna be. Scrambler. I've seen that in Black Ops 6. Fear trap. Oh boy, it might be gas traps. Black hat. I'm guessing this might be a hacking tool that Black Ops 2 had before. Mute field. What the hell is this? Swing by. Excuse me. Swing by. Just a mine.
Getting those bonuses.
Bonuses, yeah.
Care package, counter, LDBR, napalm, sentry, hellstorm, hand cannon, grave maker. Oh boy. The dog. Interceptors.
stat bonuses,
Which is
functionality
neat.
changes, some really fun stuff there.
Some of them are crazy and awesome, and I cannot wait to use them.
I can't wait either. Yale, have you got any favorites?
Probably point turret. The fact that you can stick it on walls with one of the overclocks, it just makes it slightly more tactical to use. And then the Rhino's awesome. Like, it is a beast and
Even the
super
stimmy,
powerful.
yeah, like even things maybe undersung, you get to that extra
Just little ways to
extra
tweak 'em.
buff.
It's just nice that it's everywhere.
It's just a Glock on a tripod.
Undersung, you get to that extra
Interesting.
Little ways to
Multiplayable sentry turned out automatically shoots at enemies, disturbing and damaging. Oh joy, that's gonna be interesting. Like point.
extra buff.
It's just nice that it's everywhere. Experience really matters, and you unlock.
It feels like every single thing I'm playing with in this game has almost got its own progression system. It's so impressive, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with camo, with smoke grenades. They've got different versions now, and
You
of course,
put down
all
the
the
wall.
streaks. It's so fun.
No,
Matt,
are you serious?
Do you have a favorite overclock?
I don't have a single favorite. Yale just mentioned the stem. You mentioned the stem. It is fun because you get to go back to kind of some familiar stuff. If I had to pick one, it's got to be the dog.
Of course.
And when he's on my team, he is a very good boy.
If he's not on your team,
He's a bad boy.
he's actually better. I have a little
Where's he
bit of
going?
a surprise
going?
for you.
Matt, you never
Where'd he
said
go?
you were on the
Team, so he's being
Okay.
a very better.
Spawn's flipped, and he's back.
He's fortunately he's on our team, so he's being
Okay.
a
That's
very good boy right now.
Which overclock does he?
That's kind of cute.
He's got,
He's
this,
a-
he's got the
hi.
Sentry mode overclock.
That's kind of cute.
So he's going to hunker down a little bit.
And we did confirm
Yep. You can't
to
pet the dog.
reenact.
I'm just gonna skip this.
He's
like,
been the hair
this.
dog.
It's a dog. It's a
Something
mean
we're
dog.
also really
That's kind of cool
excited
though. They actually took the time to make something, but again, it's not related to the game. So what the fuck ever.
about is the specialist wild card.
That's
Now
right.
this is not going to be in beta, but it is in at launch. Tell us about it.
So it's the first time a Black Ops game has ever had specialist. It is a wild card because it is a Black Ops game. We love our wild cards.
Yeah, we do.
So if you give up your score streaks, which some of us, I know we've talked, Stephanie, you have some difficulties attaining score streaks sometimes.
Don't you?
You said it. Your wild card, you will be able to pick 3 additional perks. There are perks for that. So if you take the wild card, you will be able to pick 3 additional perks. So for a total of 6, you earn those 3 additional ones at 200, 400, and 600 score. And then if you are good enough, which we all are, at 1200
Yeah, thanks for
score,
that, yeah.
yep, at 1200 score, you will earn all of the perks in the game. Except for tax sprint, we got some feedback. We've heard a lot of feedback already. We're quick to adjust. So you will earn every perk in the game minus tax sprint if
That's
you get
out. Yeah.
at
Awesome.
1200 score.
Damn. Real super soldier vibes.
Gonna be very
Absolutely.
fun.
I can't wait, cannot wait. Well, also last week I got to stop by Treyarch and get all the intel on some of the innovations coming to player customization. Let's take a look. I'm here with Alvin, lead game designer at Treyarch here on Black Ops 7. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to get my hands on the game. I'm very excited to see how I can customize my playstyle, which feels like more than ever in Black Ops 7. But the number one change I'm most interested in is the overclock system. Can you explain the philosophy behind that?
It's all about adding more interesting choices and meaningful choices that adjust gameplay. So overclocks are upgrades that you can choices and meaningful choices
Let me see
that
what the
adjust
loadout
gameplay.
system looks like.
So
Wildcard specialist. So 6. Interesting. I don't know if that's going to be. I'm hoping that Pose try it out. I'm hoping to Pose try that system out. And, just give it a try. At least for pro match and official pro matches. If it doesn't work, then they're going to tell Treyarch or whatever to GA it. Or ban it in CDL. But I mean, it has that. I know Black Ops 2 had it before. They had that. I know Black Ops 2 had it before, where you can be able to use an extra perk and such for specialists. That the fact that you can have 6 perks, a little overkill. But as long as the pro, as much as I'm saying that, oh, I'm worried about the pro player. Why am I worried about pro players and such when they're not the majority of the players and such? I'm worried because I care for the competitive. I care for the competitive. The reason why I care more about the competitive stuff than the casual stuff, because obviously casual stuff is whatever. Obviously the casual stuff is whatever. It doesn't matter. My problem is, because we're 10% of competitive players are 10% of the competition. The competitive players in Black Ops and Call of Duty are 10% of the population in Call of Duty. I'm just worried that the pros that have a say on certain things, they're just gonna be bitches and just not make the game more fun for people who are casual players but want to at least play ranked and such. But there's not a lot of options in the game. And there's not a lot of options in CDL or whatever that you can be able to play, that you can't even play in casual. That's where I'm worried. I'm really worried about the pro players, because yes, I'm still a minority. Like, yes, I'm minority of the voice, because I don't play competitive. I don't play pro play. I don't play professionally yet. But I worry that the fact that we're headed to a direction where pros are GAing everything and shit like that, we need to take control away from those players, because they have too much to say of what a pro player, what a player should be playing in a pro setup, a pro, system. It's just not gonna work out. It's just not gonna work out for an average Joe who is a casual player but wants to play ranked or whatever the case is, or at least wants to try competitive, at least wants to try to at least play competitively. But the fact that you can't even the game, the fact that there's so limited stuff in when you play professionally, it just makes it not fun. It just makes it look boring. It makes it look boring. It wouldn't get the reputation, because, well, why are you only using one SMG and one SMG and one AR? Why are we only allowing only allowed to play with 2 weapons in a match? It boggles my mind. We can't go back to playing how we played before, how pros have played before, which is variety of weapons, variety of perks, variety of lethals and tacks, variety of whatever. We can't go back to those old times like a Black Ops 2. I'm hoping they give a chance. I'm hoping the pro players who are officially in the league at the moment give everything a chance. Give a chance in 1 month. Give a chance in Major 1. At least until Major 1. Give everything a chance. Like, if you want to ban shotguns, okay, those are actually no, let me take that back. Use everything first. Use everything that is not overpowered, that still kind of suck. Just use those weapons that don't suck. That have a balance of, it does suck, but it doesn't at the same time. I'm just hoping they try that system. They try that. If they don't, then it's over. The COD esports it's just not gonna work anymore. I'm sorry. It's just like it's just gonna go. The pro scene is just gonna go downhill in terms of reputation, just because it's just boring.
Eventually, you'll unlock 2, and then you can choose one of them to equip. So it gives you options, maybe based on a mode you want to use this, but based on a different mode you want to use that. One of my favorite examples is the new dog score streak. Has an overclock that adds a sentry feature, which turns it into this really powerful turret.
Another change that's been made. So Black Ops 6, we had the combat specialties, which was equipping 3 perks of the same type gives me a bonus, which was great. I had a lot of fun. How is that changing in Black Ops 7?
We really wanted to expand on that system in Black Ops 7. Players seemed to like the system, but maybe felt it was a little bit too limiting. And so with hybrid combat specialties in Black Ops 7, you can experiment with playstyles, and you can mix and match. So as an example, say you like offensive and stealth perks. Now you can equip any mixture of those. Boom, you're going to get a cool new hybrid bonus tied to those things.
Staying on perks, there is a big addition to the game for the first time in Black Ops history, the Specialist Wildcard. What is the Specialist Wildcard?
We were just talking about perks. We got a lot of cool new perks. Why not let players play with all of them? And what this lets you do is earn extra perks instead of your score streak. So you equip this to your loadout, you add more perks, and then you earn those on score. And then eventually, if you earn enough score, you can get all the perks.
Thank you so much. There is so many choices to be made now as a player. My playstyle, truly, I'm going to go deep in that beta. I cannot wait, mate.
Really exciting. See you in the beta.
Thanks, Alvin. Back to the guys at Next. Shift back with Dream Crazy.
I mean, giving up the fact that you actually need to give up your score streaks and then use perks, and the fact that you can actually give up your score streaks and the specialists and use 3 additional perks. It's going to be interesting on how that's going to work. Hopefully it does get implemented. I mean, I know that in Modern Warfare 2019, they did have a system where they did have a system of, instead of score streaks, you can use specialist perks. You can use 3 additional perks, which is actually neat. It's actually, I'm hoping that we do get something like that. I do hope that pro players do get a chance to, try something like, okay, 2 classes have specialists, 2 classes have score streaks. 2 of us will have score streaks. 2 of us will have specialist perks.
So awesome to hear what's new for loadouts, whether you're looking at it from a level of perks, weapons, specialists, utility. Everyone feels like there's a level of customizing it to your play style.
Yeah, there's so much to look at, Shift. I just can't wait to get my hands on it, but just having that ability to use the overclock feature to extend the life of some of the streaks, and of course, looking at all of this on these beautiful maps in this interactive space here, coming up on Hardpoint on Toshin. Method said it was his favorite map, Shift, so let's see if he's gonna pop up on this one, but those ARs, they...
Just a reminder, chat, after this, I won't be doing anything else. I will be reacting to this, and then after this, I'm gonna end stream just because I got a lot of reading. I got college stuff to do, and I got a lot of reading to do. I got a essay. I have an essay I have to do, and we'll just see what. And unfortunately, I can't be here for long. I'm just gonna be reacting to the multiplayer stuff and the zombie stuff. I'll think about it after the multiplayer stuff.
They've been pretty dominant here today.
I know all you Ranked Warriors CDL fans just inched a little bit further forward in your seat to see how exactly Hardpoint will play. And we're taking a look at least at Arctic Gamer for right now, and their team is dominating, so he's just going to hang out, try to get some of the sniper gameplay going through here. So with this, I will say, I played Toshin yesterday on this mode particularly, and just, I got to get into my little CDL roots right here. I think this map is going to be viable. It feels super awesome. The points are dynamic. They feel like they're really balanced in terms of location, position, how you spawn around.
I mean, we'll see how it'll do.
Really solid. I'm glad we're getting our first taste of Hardpoint on this map.
And on Toshin too, we saw a little bit of VS Recon there, a little sniper play coming into action, which is a very, very, feasible weapon here. But around the alleyway, Aiden does get sniped by one. And well, I love this map on Toshin. It's a lot of mixed spacing that we see here too.
Yeah, and I think it's just, again, how you utilize some of these high ground positions, watching over hardpoints. This is P1 right here. You do have those windows that are on the other side, and it feels like a power position, but the thing about it is you can bounce off that destroyed train, still get a look into that location, and try to at least battle up against it. So it doesn't feel as dominant as other high ground positions had in the past. I think there's also just a really good balance and design of talking high ground to high ground. It just, everything feels very level and neutral when it comes down to
here comes snaking. This is fucking
feel versus
great.
what we're getting in this game, thanks to how the Omni movement can be combined with the wall jumping.
Yes, in the park and like market areas, you see those windows which do promote a lot of, you know, upper level fights, and then, you know, lower level, you can have submachine guns go at it on the ground level. So those ARs, as you'd mentioned, getting set up into those power positions. We see Aiden kind of cleaning up the rest of this hill time. He does fall to a nade, but nonetheless, Scout Pulse, I want to point that out. You know, you could basically use that as an advanced UAV if you overclock it twice.
Yeah, that's the other fun thing about it, you know, just kind of hearing the inside information about it, but seeing it in application is different. You know, the overclock system is going to allow for players to really customize their experience, not just in how they build their loadout, but how it affects your team and just the lobby in general. As you're seeing, the UAV reveals are coming through right now for Aiden with a Rhino in play. So in terms of a possible comeback, this is looking pretty decent, going from 1 to 2 pretty smoothly and having an idea of where the spawns are going to be. Aiden's just locking down the OBJ.
Well, Herman Miller Gaming is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty Next. Shout out to Herman Miller for supporting us and definitely keeping us locked in here during Next.
Chairs are elite.
Absolutely.
Absolutely elite.
Important.
No bias. But yeah, you know, I think the other thing that we talked about a lot, you know, with the players yesterday, the creators yesterday,
look how
with how different the maps
Herman
look
Miller is sponsoring this, even though the average Call of Duty player probably doesn't have that much that money.
I was talking to Brittany quite a bit, one of the level designers,
type of money,
about the map design philosophy and kind of experiencing a futuristic or near futuristic atmosphere while still trying to make it feel immersive. And she was very specific in talking about we want to be able to really see the different sight lines that a player can have. We don't want to really clutter things with too much high ground, too many windows, too much stuff.
Like obviously you do get a lot of customization, but to me it's just like,
but not too much.
What if the customizations don't mean shit?
Aiden is tracking everything right now.
But those I love that you point that out, because the derailment structures, right? As Aiden was shooting at an opponent, you could see those broken structures really do work as vantage points for cover. So Brittany, yes, a great job at just kind of like mixing the two, and with the vertical sight, the vantage points all around these alleyways. There's just so many ways you can cover too, as well as those open mixed areas.
Yeah, I think that the other thing is, you know, a lot of these maps, when we look at 3-lane based maps, which again, there is an inspiration towards a lot of this. And as we get equipped for precision, Hamilton is entering the Call of Duty franchise space, the Special Edition Khaki Field Automatic. I will say we had some time to talk to the Hamilton representatives, and wow, it's cool. I actually have the watch on right now that was used in Interstellar, the Murph watch.
Hamilton.
Very clean, very comfortable, so make sure you check out Hamilton for that limited edition if you're looking to up your wrist game. But getting back to the point, you know, again, you've got these central POIs, especially in a map like Hardpoint. You see those interest points immediately, but how you connect between the lanes feels really smooth, really fluid, and again, doesn't feel like you're held back by trying to take these tight routes to get from place to place, which I love.
And it feels like each map is like that, right? We saw Deus Samir doing that on the Forge, right? Every single map, the map transition from lane to lane is so beautiful, and even if you are using something like the VS Recon, depending on what types of specialties and perks that you have attached to it, you can move very fast. And MZ, a reputable sniper by far for so long in the community, she's working it really well with these one-shot, one-kills.
Looking clean, now off the spawn. Are we gonna see a quad feed? Come on, MZ, give it to us. Almost a chance for some collateral.
Ooh, nice shot.
Oh, then almost to the pistol. She can't believe it. Almost
that was
absolutely
that's some nice shots, I'll say.
Yes, yes, we do, MZ. We take those.
Definitely some nice shots there. Almost through the wall, but we saw a little bit that earlier.
Here we go. A little camo action.
Ooh.
I mean, camo is neat.
Kind of hearing the okay, hearing the strategies on that one. She knows exactly.
They have
what
the
she's
camo.
doing here, but they are
I would
dominating
like
right
the pros
now.
to
Another
try
one goes
it
down. Gosh,
because it would have that halo.
You know,
at least give ammo active
reveal
camo.
my position here on it. I know the community talks about it a lot when it comes to the competitive
But you only one person can use it.
Snipers in the game. Feels like we should have a chance to see this one.
Little Caesars.
Official pizza of Call of Duty is Little Caesars. If you're feeling hungry, well, check it out. Call of Duty Next.
It's cheap, but it's yummy.
As we continue on with the coverage for today, everyone is talking about the new dog score streak, of course, and courtesy of Little Caesars, we get to see a little bit more with them as we sat down to talk to Dog for a pep talk.
What's up, everybody? This is special guest. We got T-Dog Smitty, and T-Dog Smitty, I have a special present for you.
Black Ops 2.
Guns
are back.
What's going to be new in this game that you're pumped for?
The wall bouncing.
weapons, I saw the camos are kind of nuts here.
Player, you name it, they got it.
Give me
Holy.
final question.
It doesn't matter.
Throughout the by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and use the hashtag below. But we'll be right back.
On a big screen, world users challenge room.
More about the updates coming to
So firstly, welcome to the Omni Room. Secondly, tell us more.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have Classic Prestige in Black Ops 7. We have a new journey. Excited to share more about the updates coming to Prestige Master and the icons and things like that as we get closer to launch. But our big story with Prestige in Black Ops 7 is the return of Weapon Prestige. And we're really doing for Weapon Prestige in BO7 what we did for Classic Prestige in Black Ops 6, and that's bring back a fan favorite progression system in a way that feels faithful to the way it used to work, but also bigger and better than ever.
So Weapon Prestige is bringing an even deeper journey for players
I don't know
with
how
their
I feel
favorite
about
weapons.
the
Lawrence, tell us how this is going to work.
Weapon
Yeah,
Prestige.
so reach max
I never
weapon
really
level, you're
Weapon
gonna have
Prestige
the
my
choice
stuff
to
back
enter
in Black
Weapon
Ops 2.
Prestige.
I'm
Doing
probably not
so
going to do
will
that.
automatically unlock a unique prestige attachment that each weapon in the game has. And these are chunky, build-changing attachments that
looks
really change the way those
basic.
guns play. You're also going
That
to
one
unlock a
is-
camo, and the Weapon Prestige system is packed
That
with
kinda looks
camos, some of which are remastered
That
Black
is
Ops
neat.
2 camos. So you may see some fan favorite camos on the screen here. You know we had to do graffiti camo.
One of my favorites.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
many.
oh, it's great.
Charms, camos, attachments, Prestige has got it all going on. But
That is,
Lawrence,
I just saw that last
Black Ops
bit.
7 is
That,
seriously.
that one was
about
actually my
camos this time
favorite
around.
back in Black Ops 2.
Oh yeah, we're going big with camos. So we have our core camo grind. We have camos in Prestige. We're gonna have camos in our live seasons. So weekly challenges, we'll have 2 camos per season, an animated camo to chase for completing that system. We're gonna have camos in our seasonal events, and I mean we're going big with camos. There's a redacted camo.
We heard people like camos.
The jacket don't lie, folks. The jacket don't lie.
Yeah, he came prepared. Like we were like, there's only one thing you're allowed to wear.
He's working.
Here's my problem with the cam. I understand that camos, like everyone likes it. I like it personally, but it doesn't help when the game doesn't. If the game doesn't function, and you're saying that everything else is good. You got weapon stuff like that. The weapon camos is neat. Go check it out. The problem is, if the game doesn't work properly, then it doesn't matter. If the weapons are if everything else is really bad, camos don't really help anything. It just, to me, it's just, I don't know. We're prioritizing the wrong, I don't know. I just feel like we're prioritizing the wrong shit. Even though, yes, casual players are gonna like it no matter what. Yes, they're gonna focus on the casual players no matter what. But if the game doesn't work properly, you're not gonna have a good product. I mean, hell, casual players have been sick and tired of the Black Ops 6, the shitstorm that was like I've been going on for so many months that you're not gonna have a functional game. I mean, hell, Black Ops 6 was so. I had so many issues with servers and such in Black Ops 6 that I could put many clips out there. I have so many issues with. I've had so many issues with hit markers not registering. For some reason, they are able to survive longer than me. For some reason, the fact that there's manipulation in terms of SBMM, where the other player who is shitty can kill me better for some reason. There's so much shit they have to fix before they can think about camos. But I don't know how many. I'm really hoping that I'm glad the casual players have complained about have showed their voice by literally, even though it may look like dislike bombing their Black Ops 7 reveal trailer, but I'm just hope they did have a voice, and you know the like dislike ratio really showed. That's all I'm saying.
He's early in his journey.
I'm 5 headshots in on this thing.
All right, I know we all love the camos. Matt, what's your favorite one?
I mean, so Lawrence mentioned we've got some remasters, some reimagines. I worked on Black Ops 2. One of my favorites. It does relate to a breakfast meat.
You know, I've been outside your office with signs picketing for the.
But we took it, so it is.
Okay, so while we unlock these camos and more throughout this progression journey, the best part is if you make something awesome, you can now share it with your friends. A first now in Black Ops. Lawrence, can you explain the sort of the build share for us?
Yeah, weapon build sharing. We wanted to do this for a long time. We've finally been able to do it with Black Ops 7. You can send a build you've created directly to a friend. You can grab a build from the kill cam. So if someone's got your number in a match and you're like, man, what's that guy using? Grab that build, throw it into your loadout for the next game. And
you can do it.
You can also share via a build
if
code.
a guy kills you, you can grab their loadout. That's
is
interesting.
A build code, edit a build, edit a weapon, and that build code updates. Anytime you see a screenshot of the gunsmith posted to socials or out of game, grab that build code, throw it into your game, and you're rocking that gun.
Yep.
My days of digging through the spreadsheets are over.
Yeah, I can join
I'm
my
so excited.
I'm going to join my pro friends and be like, what's the build? They're like, here it is. Bang, straight into my loadout. Sick. That's so cool.
It's, you know, I spent a lot of time on the social medias looking for meta builds. So I no longer have to do that. I can just grab a code.
Hyper. Welcome. How you doing?
Also, we saw Pablo talking about our weapons earlier. I will often hit him up on a Saturday night and be like, hey,
if you want to know anything,
what is the best
Pablo's
weapon,
your guy.
Pablo? And now he can just
reminder, y'all. This is a replay. It's not live anymore. It's not live anymore. I'm just looking at it. I'm just reacting to what's been packed. I'm just reacting to the COD Next. I would have loved to done a live reaction of this, but unfortunately, my morning class prevented me from doing it. So we're here late.
Send me a code.
Do we get codes? What do you mean by that? Because if you're looking for COD Next codes, you needed to do you actually needed to do it while they were live, which unfortunately it's past.
Build codes are blessed.
You get a build code from Pablo, maybe we will be blessed and get one from him closer to launch. But we've already seen quite a bit of gameplay today. But one thing we
were
have
giving
not
out
seen,
codes and streams.
Is modes.
Yeah,
more modes, new modes. We need to talk about modes.
I was 90% done with the hour. Unfortunately, that reward is no longer available from what I've seen on Twitch's like little time thing, so inventory time thing.
So
it won't work.
Are talking about Skirmish.
That's right.
Which is not in the beta, but will be there at launch. What's Skirmish all about, Matt?
Yeah, so Brittany said we got maps, and I'm going to say we got modes. Skirmish is our high player count 20v20 mode based on Avalon. We will have 2 launch maps on day 1. We'll have Mission Edge and Mission Tide. They're very different. We've got one kind of skyscraper.
Mission maps. The mission maps are the Skirmish maps.
Ritzy, glitzy, glamour.
Yeah. So technically we get 13. So I know it's 18 maps, but technically, in terms of 6v6 maps, 16. Which is still a lot. Still a lot, don't get me wrong. But 20v20s.
Wingsuit, grapple all over the place. Then we've got one that's a bit more grounded and plays a bit more like a familiar multiplayer play space. We love our high player count modes at Treyarch. We've taken inspiration from Fireteam. We've taken inspiration from Combined Arms. And we've got something really exciting for day 1.
Nice.
Really, really exciting stuff. We also have a new mode that we're going to be seeing live gameplay for today called Overload. What's that about?
Well, we're going to find out. Back to the studio.
All right, let's see what the new mode.
My name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Joanna, lead game designer on all things modes here in Black Ops 7.
So tell me about modes. What do you and your team do?
My team focuses on designing game modes here at Treyarch.
There's one mode that we would love to talk about, a brand new mode called Overload. What is that?
It's a 6v6 objective mode. You have 2 zones, they have 2 zones. Your goal is to secure the overload device and pick it up and capture it in one of the opposing team zones. Once you've secured the device, you have an outline on you to indicate that you have the device. By bringing the device to one of the zones, your team gets 1 point. Your goal is to get 8 points to win the match. And it's been great working on this mode with our partners at Binox.
What happens after I score? Does it respawn in a set position or is it random?
An overload device will spawn in one of those 3 locations. The rotations of each spawn is predetermined for each map.
Excellent. This sounds like a very competitive mode.
Oh yes, it is very competitive. It requires a lot of team coordinations and strategies.
Sick. Okay, when it comes to internal playtests, you know, are you guys going crazy? I mean, who's the goal scorer for you guys?
I would have to say I'm the one who tends to be the one picking up the objective and running the device.
I mean, hey,
mainly because I'm an
OBJ
objective player, and
well.
a lot of my team members like Matt Trons and Colin Overhaul, they are the slayers in my team. So they tend to clear it my way, and so that I could capture the zone.
So the boys are allergic to the objective. Noted. Good to know. Are there anything within the sandbox of BO7, any new tacticals or anything fun you would recommend using in the mode?
I would suggest you equip the new Sight Grenade. It activates hallucination of enemies that are not there. And so when they shoot them, they just burst in red mist. It's fantastic.
So if I get hit by a sight grenade, I will hallucinate, see things that aren't really there.
Yes.
But I can engage with them. And my teammates just think I'm going crazy and shooting walls.
Yes, correct.
That's how I know I'm in trouble. This sounds so much fun. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And we get to play this in the beta as well.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see y'all in the beta.
Thanks, Joanna. Back to you guys at Next.
And you can play Overload in the beta. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get...
I'm going to be seeing... It's going to be interesting on how this is going to work, but we'll see what happens.
early access to the Black...
It's going to be interesting on how the game is going to work.
When you play the upcoming Black Ops 7 beta, you can earn all the new rewards in-game, usable in the beta and in Black Ops 7 at launch. If you plan on playing the Black Ops 7 beta on PC, you must have Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 enabled to get in on the action. This is part of an ongoing effort by Team Ricochet to make sure Call of Duty players have the most secure and competitive play. Check out the QR code for more.
I mean, I'm just hoping. Well, the problem is that unfortunately might get moved. That might get, how do I say? It might be spoofed because there's like spoofers and such, and like, I don't know. I mean, I did have an issue with a Battlefield 6 when I didn't realize my thing was on UEFI mode on. My thing was on other OS than UEFI mode. So I had that figured out. So I know they're trying, but it's just it's still not working. They need a better anti-cheat. They need a better anti-cheat or fix it, because it's not it has not been working really.
Information on how to make sure your machine is compliant. Now let's check out some Overload.
Woo! I cannot wait to see some and new mode, some historical nostalgia, kind of maybe leaning on some previous game modes, but something that is so dramatically unique. And with the new mode comes another new map. Let's open up and find our way into the Australian desert of exposure to check out Overload.
That was gonna be.
Take me through this first half of the game that we're about to see here, Dream Crazy. What are we looking at?
This map looks wild from a standpoint, but you really do have the ability to work to the sides. We have a suspended guild crate, which allows jumping across ladders to gain higher vantage points, and then you have this like indoor control room, which kind of like acts as a node for enclosed areas. Good for holding exits and entrances.
Absolutely the case. Again, some of the keys as we see Simp's team run away with an 8-1 victory. Here are the things that we just need to point to. You saw it in the opening video. The key is to get to 8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up into be 2 different halves. You can get 4 points in a particular half. That immediately ends the half, and you switch sides, so that way you're not just sitting on one side of the map the entire time.
Exactly. It makes it a little bit more fair that way, you know, switching the sides. And then, of course, should we get there overtime, right? We'll talk about that there later.
We will. We will talk about that later. But that was just a small look at exposure. We also have another new map for you to get a little bit more of a deep dive on, and that is Imprint. And this is really fun, and I didn't actually realize this until Brittany was talking about it. As you run through some of the snow parts of the map, you actually leave footprints behind.
What's the point of doing that if we can't even... Why are we moving to the next map if we need more? I would like to see more exposure, but I'm probably going to watch some other people's like perspectives. We'll see, though.
So not only is this a 3D printing-based facility, but Imprint also lends towards that other new mechanic of being able to see some of those snow footprints as you walk through.
Now I gotta ask her, do we hear the crunching? You know, does it really get that realistic? But that's something we've heard before. Hopping here on Imprint, this is also another one with an inner facility, right? You got a lot of these fights in the center part of the map, and then also those hazardous drops around the map, but also an inclinator that lifts and control, you know, lifts people up in those upper snow zones.
Indeed the case. And this is also an overload mode that we're seeing at the moment. And another thing to point to, that overload device has 3 different spawn points, and you heard Joanna talking about it per map. They're set locations, but where it spawns may determine what exactly your setup and strategy is going to look like as you try to score, whether that be at the A or the B point. So really interesting dynamicism being brought into this new game mode that I think, again, fuels that competitive spirit that we're all looking for.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, some of the spawn points and the fact that, again, that it does rotate around the map, it really kind of just allows you to set things up here. But an extra shout out here to Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast. Head to callofduty.com, monsterenergy.com, excuse me, to see how you can earn bonus in-game rewards.
I'll tell you, I am a Monster fan, and I've been picking up that no sugar.
I don't know who is.
Yep, there are still beta rewards being pushed onto those skins, so make sure you get to some immediately. Another one of those spots, again, that overload device. Some of you might be wondering, what happens if you fall off the map with the device? Well, there's no like cheese in terms of possession. It'll just pop right back up to where you fell off the map. So you don't have that stall tactic that can sometimes be used to give yourself a bit of a competitive advantage if you find yourself up like Stephanie's team currently is.
Yeah, some of the players had a little play test of that and trying to throw it off the map and realize, okay, we can't get set up on reset. We have to play from this awkward position. So that really does force some of these players to, you know, really rethink their strategies.
Absolutely the case. So again, keep your eye on it. As that overload device, we also notice that as you either capture it or have it in possession, rather, I should say, or if the enemy does, an outline will reveal your position. So it's something, again, to kind of keep in mind in terms of what am I actually doing? Where am I going? How's my team setting up around me? That level of intel gathering is constantly there as you're playing off of the objective. So that's not unfamiliar, I think, for a lot of modes in the past that are possession-based objectives. So something to keep in mind as you experiment with this new competitive mode. You also see where exactly that next spawn point is going to be for the OBJ. So again, just things to kind of keep in mind as you play. And as you continue to look further in towards the beta, make sure you shout out and take a look at Polaris, the official Call of Duty off-road vehicle partner.
Now, kind of you see Stephanie here. They did have a 5-0 lead, and that red team just kind of inching their way back in, as you can see, because you know, with these minute left here, kind of just seeing how much time that we have before the sides are switched, or if should that need to happen. If we didn't already, I know we're kind of jumping into these games that they have started, but you can kind of see there does create an opportunity for teams to come back. Plus, with that Omni movement and you know utilizing it, how quickly they can get around.
And you also see just on the UI right here, Stephanie's able to find a nice 2-piece. That yellow outline revealing that, yep, she is indeed being hunted out. Can you get to the goal in time? Sure can. And another kill to go the way of Stephanie for a 6-2 edge in this particular game. Overload is looking solid. I'm loving it. Xfinity, if you are a partner or at least using them as a provider, Xfinity customers can get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Let me say that again for those that may not have heard me. If you have Xfinity, you get early access to Black Ops 7. Make sure you go and sign up, though, at
I always wonder how, internet providers can give access to their own customers.
That we're seeing in the game here. We do see it, you notice in Overload, EMPs being utilized as well. A victory comes in for Stephanie and her squad, 6-2. But you've noticed that, right? EMPs being able to disrupt some of those plays, those push plays with the device.
What are you thinking? Just quickly.
I just want to play.
About Overload? I hear you. I'm right there with you. Our players are continuing to jump on in, but when we come back, we'll be talking more about camos and more beyond. So don't go anywhere. Call of Duty Next returns after this.
Of Black
To share
camo track in campaign. This is something we've never been able to
includes a dedicated earn camo show off. We're not done. As we said earlier, there are more ways than ever to earn camos in Black Ops 7, and that for the first time, that includes a dedicated camo track in the co-op campaign.
Yeah, this is something we've never been able to do before. We have a dedicated camo track in campaign for the first time. And it's really excited to have 16 mastery camos in Black Ops 7. All new mastery camos.
So 4 in each.
4 in each mode, whether you're playing multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, or co-op campaign, you're going to have a dedicated camo journey and some dope mastery camos to unlock. Let's take a look here.
It's co-op.
Molten Gold.
Yes, these are co-op campaign mastery camos.
Literal drip.
Look.
Ooh, that's nice.
Molten Gold, that looks so good. Moonstone as well. This is awesome.
Might be one of my favorites in the game,
gemstones.
Moonstone. The Treyarch weapons team has really pulled out all the stops with these mastery camos in BO7.
Chroma
Flux. I'm loving the sort of star details on the handguard as well. There's so much going on.
Guns look incredible. And of course, obviously for all this stuff, like global progression works across every single mode for the first time. So you can earn this and still be leveling up 1 to 55. It is huge.
That's the first look at the co-op campaign mastery camos, but we got to look at the multiplayer ones as well. I mean,
Oh,
I'm gonna be
esports.
playing all of these now. A wonderful time to
Never
be.
thought they would talk
a
about
co-op
it, but-
player. But these are some of the multiplayer
Yay.
camos that we can be unlocking. Lawrence, Shattered Gold, talk to me.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the
Shattered.
16 all new mastery camos. Here are the MP ones: Shattered
Arclight.
Gold, Arclight. I don't know if we've ever had a shiny or diamond.
This
in
one got
Call
a lot of
Duty.
cheers.
I don't know
in the
about
creator room.
shiny, but
That's a real like Black Ops 7 vibe for me.
So much creativity from the team to be able to pull these off.
This
I
one's
don't
one of
know
my
about-
favorites. I feel like this one's going to be.
really, I mean, they've been accused of using AI, and it kind of looked like certain things that Black Ops 6, or WCAD had AI, unfortunately. So I don't know about that, but let's keep going.
Slept on, but I'm saying it.
Tempest.
Kind of neat.
This is great. And I love that
That
you
looks
picked a
neat.
great weapon with a lot of surface area to show off the skin, which
Yeah.
is very cool as well.
The drum mug.
And yeah, rounding it out with Singularity, our final multiplayer mastery camo.
Ooh,
in
that kinda
true
looks like-
final mastery fashion, this thing will change when you shoot it. So all 4 of our final masteries across the game have this style.
Kind of has that look of that one gun from Black Ops 4 and PDW 57.
Dynamic
Kinda
nature
neat.
to them that is just really awesome with automatic weapons and high caliber guns for sure.
That is so fun. That is so cool. Well, Lawrence, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of camos. There's a lot of rewards. How do I keep track of all of these? Like, let's say I'm having a big session. I've unlocked a ton of stuff, but I was on, oh no, I spilt a beverage on the table and I looked away. Oh no, what did I unlock? Can I find out that?
Great question, Miles. Yeah, so we have a new feature in the game we call the reward feed. Pop open the reward feed from the menu panel, and it's got your history of all of your unlocks right there. So this persists across multiple
could've done
games,
this-
multiple sessions.
This is like,
You can
that
pull
looks
it
like
up,
a
see what you
basic
unlocked a
thing
few
that.
days ago.
But actually, I
Equip
don't think a lot
content
of
from here,
players. I
investigate,
don't.
to dig into
I don't think there's a
challenge
lot of
screens and things
games
like
that do
and,
that, but
really going
kinda
to help players keep track of all this stuff because there's a lot to earn. in
That helps a
BO7.
lot. And that was
So
everything
nice.
from stickers to attachments to weapons.
Everything. And you can equip straight from it. It's great.
Now, Lawrence, season 1 is coming in hot right after launch, and it sounds like with weekly challenges returning, there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, weekly challenges keep the game fresh each week of the season. So the way this works, each week of the season, we're going to have a new piece of gameplay content to unlock for use in your loadouts. This isn't just attachments. We have weapons, we have score streaks in this system. Complete enough challenges, and you'll unlock that week's reward with challenges for all 4 modes. So
Awesome.
truly connected game. You can complete these challenges in co-op, multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone. Oh, and did we mention it's got camos? 2 camos.
And score streaks.
And score streaks.
All kinds of functional gear.
Animated camo every season available in this system. We also have another camo
Sheesh.
if you complete half of the weeks in the season. So a lot up for grabs in our weeklies.
I'm looking forward to the final count on how many camos are in this game. It's going to be insane. Of course, we also have to show some love to our Call of Duty esports fam. The World Series of Warzone is live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, and we also have some really awesome CDL season planned, and with some full details being released in just a few short weeks. I can say for now, friends, get ready for the CDL to return in early December. Yale, ranked play is now on the tip of my tongue after talking about the COD League. Where can we get that?
So obviously we're bringing a ton of content at launch, season 1. Big thing for us is just making sure we have the best ranked experience possible. Ranked play is coming in season 2. We've already been playing with a bunch of pros. Everyone's getting excited.
Season 2.
So much gear. And Lawrence, there's a couple also feature additions to that for people to explore.
A couple things we can mention today. We're bringing back placement matches to get players closer to your rank faster.
Right.
And we know players want surprise camos.
Whoa!
And so we're doing ranked camos each and every season. So get your gold camo, platinum above.
Gotta have bragging rights. It's key.
So ranked play coming to multiplayer in season 2. Now, speaking of the live seasons,
Okay. I'll also be honest. I'd rather have them do that. I'd rather them have them do that than have a ranked play that is probably going to be abused from hackers or from cheaters from day one. But let's see what happens.
heard it said that season 1 is going to be the biggest season in Black Ops history in terms of content. Yale, can you confirm?
So we are absolutely bringing it on this game. This is from launch to the end of season 1. We will have 7
content. Yale, can you confirm?
So we are absolutely bringing it on this game. This is from launch to the end of season 1. We will have 7 multiplayer maps. 6 of those multiplayer maps are full 6v6.
Goodness.
This is the most we've ever done. You can expect so much of this.
Yeah, and you said too, like a mix of some fan favorites returning from Black Ops 2, but also those brand new maps.
Yep.
And if I'm hearing you right, that doesn't even count what we're bringing to zombies in season 1.
That's right. 3 maps in zombies. So obviously you're going to see some of that here. But in season 1, we're bringing 3 new maps, 1 round-based zombie map and 2 new survival maps. So this will be the biggest in franchise history.
Oh my goodness. We are wrapping up multiplayer here, but every year there is one Black Ops map. Because you're talking about them, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game without it. So Yale, I gotta ask.
I think some of our fans may have a guess on what this is. Absolutely, Nuketown is coming back. Harkening back to some of the love for Black Ops 2. It is awesome. Nuketown 2025 looks incredible. All the new tech that we have, just it's a banger.
The
it always
colors
is.
are popping.
It is super
I mean, it does
fun,
have
and we're
that.
excited for people to get.
It does have that Black Ops 3
shortly after
vibe.
launch.
Yeah. Yeah,
Kinda
and
neat.
obviously, like with the BO2 fans out there, I think people are going to be really excited about this version of Nuketown. So shortly after launch.
Shortly after launch, indeed. Well, fortunately, folks, we can all get our hands on Black Ops 7 multiplayer in the beta this week, and I cannot wait to play with some of my friends. Full disclaimer, you know exactly who you are.
Lawrence, Yale, thank you so much. Coming up at next, we are getting a look at Zombies live gameplay on the brand new map, Ashes of the Damned. Stay tuned.
And Call of Duty team up for a
So was I. No time to get in testy and start.
Looks so good.
Just jumped right in there and play. So,
except this one feels very vibrant, very different, very fresh. And I think
Elimination
it's
there.
Hex.
I'm gonna get a gun.
Oh, Hex. Locked into what I'm noticing.
Warzone's on the fundamentals. When you zoom out, though, what I love about the mobile community
that a lot of people always look for when it comes to a AAA mobile shooter. So
just terrifying. I love the ball.
All right, so that's gonna be it for now. So that's the multiplayer side of it. Time is at 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, as much as I want to look at the rest of this stuff, as much as I want to look at the rest of the stuff, mainly zombies. Unfortunately, I just don't. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things I have to do at the moment, and I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to unfortunately end here. I pretty much looked at. I'm pretty much looking at what I really pretty much what I wanted to look at and such. It's still kind of it's so weird. This COD Next. It wasn't a lot of. There wasn't a lot of, like, you know, there wasn't a lot of gameplay. I'll be honest. There wasn't a lot of interviews and such here and there. There wasn't a lot of interviews here and there. Like they only did like one interview, and it was methods. Like there were some other interviews here and there, but in terms of being on the floor with other creators and such, it was not a lot. I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like there's just barely any transparency. Like we don't get to see a bunch of the we don't get to see a bunch of like reactions from other people. Reactions from other people and such. And I don't like that personally, just because as I just want people's, like, because obviously we've seen like other people. We've obviously seen the other people. Obviously we've seen other people. You know, just get absolute shit on, or people have fun with the game and such. Like I would love to see a bunch of other, you know, a bunch of various reactions on what they think about the game, because I mean, obviously, as y'all saw, we saw one person not even doing all the movement shit. They were just running casually, which is fine. I mean, that's good. That's like the casual. To me, what I'm seeing, that's like the casual, like, type of player. You don't do all the crazy movement shit. You just sprint, and that's it. You just sprint simply, and that's it. You just don't do all the crazy movement and shit like that. Which, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the game, like, obviously, I'm kind of excited for the game. At the same time, I'm really worried that it's still gonna be shit. But we'll see what happens in the beta, and I'm really hoping. The beta weekend, their beta like weekend is so weird. It goes from this Thursday to next Wednesday. That's like a weird beta schedule. That's like a weird, like, any beta schedule that I've ever seen. Usually it's like 2 separate weekends from like 4 days. But then this time they do it for 7 days straight. I don't know how I feel about that personally, but I don't know how I feel about that personally, but only so much you can do. Only so much you can do at the moment. But yeah, let me double check. Let me double check the inventory thing. Because I believe the inventory thing. Yeah. You know, yeah. Let me bring it up for you so y'all can see. Yeah, COD Next, the reward is no longer available. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that they did offer awards, but whatever. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter to me at the moment. But for those trying to get the beta, early access beta. Would have been nice, but oh well. I think I had a. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna bring up a VTuber that was actually playing. That was somehow was actually at the. Okay, not this person. But there was a there was a VTuber that was actually at COD Next. Like I only saw a little bit, but I was like, oh, interesting. They decided to invite VTubers. I wonder how they managed to get. I wonder how many VTubers were there, because like usually with these type of events, it's usually mostly IRL people go to these events, but somehow they managed to figure out a system where they can invite the VTubers over there, but keep the privacy of the VTubers. I can't find I don't remember the VTuber at the moment, but can't search them up for some reason. But they were playing the Black Ops 7 beta at COD Next, so it's kind of neat that VTubers are actually being invited to these type of events, because to these IR events on trying to get people trying to protect the VTubers' privacies is difficult, but I think COD Next managed to find a way to invite them and make sure that they don't let other people see them. So see who's coming. But one of the other VTubers that were next to each other and actually got a chance to play together. Anyways. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my. I know it was a short stream, y'all, but it was gonna be a short stream anyway, just because I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna be busy throughout this week. But I will try to play I will try to stream some of the Black Ops, play some of the Black Ops 7 beta and stream it for you guys to see how. Just to show you, to see how it is, so I could get a good early start on the game and just be able to, experience the game early. And I hope to God that some of my VTuber friends who used to play Call of Duty at least give this game a try. Even though it's gonna be sweaty it's probably gonna be sweaty as fuck, give the game a try at least. But I can't control that. But like I said, I have no control of that. If it is gonna be like that, then it is what it is. At least with God Slayers, who I'm the esports org I'm a part of, will be playing the beta. So I have those. I have some good friends. So I have some friends over in the God Slayers that I will be playing with. So so I'm not alone. I will be playing with them. So anyways, like I said, I hope you all had a good time. I hope you all had a good time watching me react to COD Next and go a little, even though I was going a bit rambling bit of a ramble and what am I saying? A bit of a rant and such, but I just have too much passion for this company and, you know, the esports side of Call of Duty. Even though, yes, some people are not going to take Call of Duty seriously and such. I understand. But for the people that think that, oh, I'm one of those dudes that just you know, is supporting esports that's mainly casual player, a game that's mainly casual players, and you know, the esports is a joke. I understand where you guys are coming from. I understand it. But there's a thing with Call of Duty esports that there's a charm in Call of Duty esports that other esports don't have. Yes, yes, the game is, yes, it's every year. There's a game every year. There's a game every year. $70, you know, whatever the fuck. I don't care about that. But at least there's new things happening every year for Call of Duty. Instead of like, yes, instead of like, you know, games, instead of like, you know, games that haven't changed a lot and such, that have a esports that didn't change a lot and such. There's like engine upgrades and such, whatever the case is. I just, there's something with Call of Duty that is just, like, Call of Duty is just it's a special gem that people don't really respect it, with all due respect, I don't care. With all due respect, you know, I'm gonna defend Call of Duty esports no matter what people say. Even though yes, the GAs, that the only thing we definitely, I'll call the pros out in their bullshit is them GAing everything that they think that is deemed overpowered and such, when they haven't even given it a try. They just ban it immediately. They just GA it. That needs to stop. I'm hoping there is going to be some pushbacks from former pros onto the current pros, or some pros onto some other pros that will try to get other people, other pros, to at least give some of this stuff a shot. Give some of this stuff a chance. Don't ban the stuff immediately. Give the stuff that the casual players play a shot. That's all we ask. That's all us people like me who love casual, who love to play casually, and who loves to play it competitively as well. Give all the multiplayer stuff a chance in the light, instead of banning it from the realm because it's deemed overpowered. Give it a shot. There may be some interesting strategies that anyone can make, that anyone can use with, or like a variety of stuff you can make in your classes and such. Like two players have specialists. 2 players have specialist classes, and 2 players have score streak classes. You know, something like that. Give that a chance. I'm proposing it to this as a competitive player, as a casual competitive player. I'm proposing the pros to give all the stuff that casual players have that casual players experience a chance. Give all the stuff a chance instead of banning it. That's all I'm asking. That's why I have too much passion, because I care for the COD esports to survive no matter what happens. No matter what happens. I just don't want it to go down the drain because, you know, we got pussy COD play. We got pussy COD pros that don't want to give anything a chance instead just have a meta that is 2 meta weapons, not a variety of weapons whatsoever, just like Black Ops 4, where Black Ops 4 you had a variety of weapons, and technically Modern Warfare 2 you had a variety of weapons as well, but it wasn't you know, banned outright. It wasn't banned. At least some ranked players in Modern Warfare 2022, we had some variety of weapons. At least they didn't ban all the weapons. They won't ban certain weapons of ARs and SMGs. At least we have that. So, I'm just to reiterate. Like, I want the pros to give the stuff a chance. I want them to not ban ban every 99% of the stuff immediately. I want them to give a chance. I want to give every single weapon a chance. Give every single perk, lethal, tactical, score streaks, whatever. Give it a chance. Yeah, maybe ban the stuff that exposes like a player's location, or that basically gives wall hacks, whatever the case, or makes you heal faster. Okay, ban those, but don't ban the stuff that is not those things, where you can where it's basic wall hacks, or be able to regen health so quickly. Where it's basically, it's, you all get what I'm saying. But I'm just gonna end it right here, just because I'll keep rambling on. But again, let's see what happens. I'm really hoping that I'm kind of excited for this game. Even though, yes, I'm kind of excited for this game. Yeah, it looks a little intimidating for casual players, but I think some casual players will have some decent fun. Like people like me and some other players and some of my friends. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I mean, Battlefield 6 is coming out after the beta, so after the beta weekend. So, and I already pre-ordered Black Ops. Like I said, I already pre-ordered Black Ops 7. I might get Battlefield 6. I might get Battlefield 6 because I do have stuff from Battlefield 6. That might give that a chance. Other than that, I'm not too sure. Other than that, we'll just see what happens. It's just all gonna come down to what the players are gonna be playing, what my friends are gonna be playing and such. But we'll see. Anyways, I hope you all had. But yeah, anyways, I hope you all had some fun. But anyways, y'all go check out my socials right here. And for those on YouTube, if you like the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future VTuber content. And some IRL content that will be in the archive on YouTube forever. And for those on Twitch and Twitter, check out my YouTube, and also check out the stuff. Check out the sponsors that my esports or Godslayer is sponsored by, and check out their merch down below. Check out the merch down below as well. The Godslayers down below. If any of you want to support the Godslayers, check out the merch. Or if any of you are interested in joining Godslayers, the link is down below. I need to put their org website down in the description, but search up Godslayers and you'll be able to see it. Anyways, y'all, I hope you all had a good time. I hope you all had a good time watching me react. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm hoping that my friends give it a try at least in the open beta or whatever. But let's see what happens from the players' reaction. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all have a Good rest of your Tuesday, everyone. Stay safe, stay frosty, and have a good night, everyone.